U.S. President Donald Trump and former Vice President Joe Biden were not on the same stage last night. The two separate town halls aired on the same night that the second presidential debate was scheduled, and the events demonstrated the clear contrast between the two candidates. They were pressed on key policy issues and answered tough questions. Voters often had to click back and forth between the channels. Our next report gives you a highlight of what happened on Thursday and key policy issues discussed.
And you know, what the commission rules.
I guess confusion about this.
Stated, I have to say. I test quite a bit.
What's worse, no presidential debate at all or separate, nationally televised, prime time live town halls on rival networks. In the race for television ratings, media organizations ignored the best interests of the voting public in favor of their own. And people were forced to choose between two channels on the basis of two factors: preferred candidate and entertainment value. And when have the public pressed up the chance to see campaign hijinks, aggression and comedy for an informative discussion? The programs were aired simultaneously, making it hard for the audience to get a full and clear picture of either candidate's town hall show. We have compiled the main topics covered by both the events and the reaction of the candidates to them.
In case any challenges come up in connection with the election, do you expect her to rule for you?
I think she'll have to make that decision. I don't think she has any conflict at all. You know, a Supreme Court judge does not have, I mean, they can make their own decision.
Here you got a lot of people not being able to pay their mortgage, not being able to put food on the table, not being able to keep their business open, not being able to do anything to deal with what's going on in terms of the economy as a consequence of COVID, and they have no time to deal with that, but they have time to rush this through.
But as far as the mask is concerned, I'm good with masks. I'm okay with masks. I tell people wear masks. But just the other day, they came out with a statement that 85% of the people that wear masks catch it.
Well,
so, you know,
they
this
didn't
is a
say that.
very
I know
tricky,
that study.
That's what I heard, and that's what I saw.
And when a president doesn't wear a mask or makes fun of folks like me when I was wearing a mask for a long time, then, you know, people say, well, it mustn't be that important. But when a president says, I think this is very important, for example, I walked in here with this mask, but I have one of the N95 masks underneath it. I left it in my dressing room, the room I was in before I got here. And so I think it matters what we say.
When was your last negative test? When did you last remember having a negative test?
Well, I test quite a bit, and I can tell you that before the debate, which I thought it was a very good debate, and I felt fantastically. I had no problem before.
Before I came up here, I took another test. I've been taking it every day, the deep test, you know, the one that go in both. And because I wanted to be able, if I had not passed that test, I didn't want to come here and not, you know, expose anybody.
I denounce white supremacy. Okay. And frankly, you want to know something? I denounce Antifa, and I denounce these people on the left that are burning down our cities that are run by Democrats.
I would respectfully suggest, no, there is no plan. He's pulled out of almost every international organization. He gets laughed at when he goes to the, literally, not figuratively, when he goes to the United Nations.
The numbers are all wrong with the numbers they released. And just so you understand, when you have a lot of real estate, I have real estate, you know a lot of it, okay? Right down the road, Doral, big stuff, great stuff. I'm very when I decided to run, I'm very under-levered, fortunately, but I'm very under-levered. I have a very, very small percentage of debt compared.
Well, first of all, I make it clear, I do not propose banning fracking. I think you have to make sure that fracking is in fact not emitting methane or polluting the well or dealing with what can be small earthquakes and how they're drilling. So it has to be managed very, very well.
State College, Pennsylvania. This is your first presidential.
NBC ran the town hall across its multiple networks, including MSNBC and NBC, which obviously gave Trump a wider coverage than Biden got on ABC alone. For the president, who is historically famous for his television appearances, TV ratings mean a lot, and he will likely want to generate a ratings comparison that he can brag about as some evidence of his having outdone Biden. Especially when opinion polls are not providing any comfort to him in that department. US Election Desk, WION World is One.